My friends, in the event that you are new to this wonderful card game and you have not yet signed up for a UGN Play account, you can now sign up with my exclusive referral code Alliteration and get yourself 50 bonus loyalty points for free, as well as additional loyalty points for every event that you play in within my referral code period. Why do you need these, you might ask? Well, loyalty points can be used to redeem free promotional cards in the mail, as well as other exclusive items coming in the future. The bonus points from using my code are enough to redeem almost any promo card right off the bat, and having your UGN account is going to allow you to accrue and track more and more as you go through your hero or villain's journey. If free cards and progression all sound super appealing to you, the links for all of this are going to be in the description below. Now, let's get on to the video. Good evening, my dear MHA CCG viewers. Welcome to another Alliteration gaming video. My name's Levi, and to be honest, I had an entirely different video planned for today, but then the kind folks at Jasco over and dropped the hottest, spiciest, and most teasing newsletter for set 4. Guys, we got set 4 info. We got set 4 teases, and we just have to talk about it today. So if you were not around when set 3 was being announced leading up to the preview season, Jasco did a very similar thing for Heroes Clash. They let Tim Friedlieb, the head designer of Jasco Games, of our wonderful card game, they let him publish a little article essentially going into set 4, what it's all about, a couple of things you can expect from it, and then a bunch of little examples of card text that is on cards directly within the set. So they did that for Heroes Clash. It was pretty exciting, all things considered, and so they've gone and done it again for set 4, and we just have to take a look at it, guys. This is, honestly, I'm very excited. This one, in my opinion, is way more hype than the last one, and there's a lot of really cool stuff to get into. So the first thing we're going to see is this beautiful set 4 logo, man. We've kind of seen it like here and there a couple times, but man, this is a really sick logo. I'm so excited for this villain set. All right, good day to all you Universalist fans out there. What a Tim Friedlieb thing to say. My name is Tim Friedlieb, and I'm the lead game designer here at Jasco Games. The design team always has a lot of fun working on new cards, but this set in particular has been a blast. Focusing on the bad guys is not a thing we get to do often, especially in MHA so far. I know that you guys have not get to focus on bad guys in a very long time, just because there's not a lot of villains in the first couple seasons of the show. We are nearly ready to begin previewing the next expansion of the My Hero Academia CCG. Nearly. But before we do, I wanted to give everyone some tidbits, of what to expect over the coming weeks. Things you can expect to see in League of Villains. Villains, of course, makes sense to me. A cycle of powerful actions for blocking. This is super exciting. I've seen a couple standard players mention a few old cards that these like might be homages to, but this is a I love actions. This is a really cool thing, and if they're on some Eraserhead symbols, I'm gonna be excited. 2 throwback reprints. So essentially, this means like cards that we saw in standard, we're gonna see directly come into MHA. It's sort of like how One with Nature did in Heroes Clash. So hopefully, fingers crossed that it's not nearly as strong as One with Nature, but either way, we'll just have to see what standard cards we can handle this time. Our next bullet point is very interesting. 4 never-before playable characters to build your deck around. Only 4 characters that have not been in the game before. I personally think that this kind of confirms that we're not getting Mustard, because these 4 never-before playable characters have to be Twice, Spinner, Moonfish, and Muscular. I don't think Mustard comes in over any of those guys, and I also there's so much weirdness with printing that character in the first place. But I think this right here truly says that we're not getting that guy. Next is an attack that searches your deck. I have a theory on what I think this might be, but to further confirm it, we're going to come back to this one once we go visit a couple of the card text down there. Next is multiple rare attacks with a check of 1. This is really cool. This is an interesting bullet point, and the reason I really like this is because it means that our secret rares are probably not our 1 checks, hopefully, fingers crossed, which means they might be a lot more flexible and hopefully a lot better and hopefully a lot more worthwhile than they have been in the last 2 sets. Next is the return of the 3 damage matters archetype. So we've kind of seen this before with stuff like Uwabami, where you want an attack to be 3 damage for insert various reasons that your character desires. This is really interesting. Maybe this is like Moonfish's thing. For some reason, this kind of feels like a bit of a Moonfish thing. It doesn't really scream like Spinner or Muscular to me. It feels like this might be his thing, but who knows. The first 2 difficulty attack printed from My Hero Academia. Now this just screams Twice. This is obviously just Twice. I think a lot of people were suspecting that a 2 difficulty attack might come into MHA because of Twice. They want to, full send on the 2 memes. It might even be a 2 check. Maybe it's a 2 2 mid for 2. Either way, I think this is clearly a twice scream right here. Next is revisiting counters as part of a character card. This is also very interesting. The only guy I can really think of offhand that this might be is like Muscular, because he kind of like ramps up his muscles, you know. So maybe we're doing like muscle counters and stuff. Like over time you get stronger. I don't know. This is really interesting. Counters are always a really hard thing to predict. And then lastly, a brand new keyword ability. Now this is really hype. I've seen a lot of people going, oh my god, multiple coming back, desperation coming back, reversal coming back, oh my god. But if you really notice, this is different. This is different than when they teased the new keyword coming in Heroes Clash. Because in Heroes Clash, one of the big things was we got freeze. Freeze as a mechanic was imported over from standard, and they advertised it as such. Whereas this is saying a brand new keyword ability, which makes me think that it might be something completely new entirely. I don't know, guys. Sound off in the comments what do you think this might be, because this is extremely interesting. Of course, like there's always the chance, like maybe it's multiple coming back for twice, or maybe it's Gauge coming back for twice in some way. Who knows? But it also could be something completely new. Either way, I'm really looking forward to how they import more interesting new things into this format. But now, some game text on cards in the League of Villains. Now this is where things get really wild, guys. Enhance commit if you have 5 or more different symbols in your card pool. This attack gets +2 damage or -2 speed. I racked my brain for a while going, what the hell is this? Then I realized I think this might be something with Twice. So something that I've thought about with Twice for a long time is he going to be a character stacker like Ectoplasm or Mountain Lady? But then something you'll notice is they're really dedicated towards going like chronologically with the character's growth in the cards. And so early on in the series, Twice does not duplicate himself. He doesn't do that till way later on, which will be like Twice 2 or Twice 3 maybe. Twice 1 though, early on in the series, all he does is he duplicates his buddies and they fight for him. So I'm starting to think that what's going on with Twice in this set might be building other character cards into your stage that are in your deck and then using their abilities. I've been thinking that might be where we're going with Twice for quite a while. And this if you have 5 more different symbols, so you want to play like all kinds of other things in your deck, this gets +2 damage or -2 speed. The number 2 occurring 2 times in this card, I'm starting to think that that's where we're going with Twice. I think that might be a little bit on the money, is that he's taking the abilities of other character cards that you build in. You build in your buddies, and then and they fight for you. So that's very interesting there. I think that might be some Twice kit, but we'll really just have to wait and see. Next is Deadlock First Form, commit and destroy 1 rival foundation. This is just the Deadlock ability on the Toga Foundation that got previewed in the little opening video, so we have actually seen this one before. Next is this one, Response Flip. After your rival adds a card to their momentum, they build it face down committed. Then they add 1 ready foundation to their hand, then add 1 card from their hand to their momentum. So that is a lot of things going a lot of different places. Your momentum goes here, your foundation goes here, and then your hand card goes here. That's a lot of moving things around, and guys, I think that this just screams Warpgate. I think this is Kurogiri support, potentially meaning we might even get a second Kurogiri in the set itself, which is also very exciting. I think this screams Kurogiri card, and what I talked about earlier, an attack that searches your deck, that also very much sounds like a Kurogiri card. Go in, warp, pull anything out of your deck that you want. I think we're seeing some Kurogiri support, and I mean with this many things here, could be even a full Kurogiri kit on a Kurogiri 2. This is very hype stuff. Kurogiri, I'm ready for the Kurogiri love, man. Next, we got Enhance, remove, discard 1 card. Your rival cannot play or block with action cards during this attack. This is really interesting. I really can't imagine who this could be. This is kind of just generic text that I think could fit on really any kit here. Either way, though, this is a very cool ability to see the Hardened Pummel type thing extended past Hardened Pummel itself. Next is Character Enhance. So it's a character enhance, but we don't get to know the character yet. Flip and remove 1 momentum. Add 1 card from your discard pile to your momentum. This also just has to be a Kurogiri card, right? I'll get rid of this momentum, and then I'll go into my discard pile, and I'll warp in this momentum. This has got to be a Kurogiri enhance right here, man. Guys, Kurogiri 2 hype is real right now. Holy cow. Next, enhance. If this attack deals 3 or less damage, draw 1 card. 3 or less. That's very interesting. So you don't want your move to deal more than 3. This is like a whole character build around then. Yeah, this might be Moonfish. This is just kind of giving me the Moonfish vibes, maybe. It's definitely not going to be muscular, right? It's certainly not going to be muscular. It's certainly not going to be twice. Maybe Spinner, but I think Spinner will be a little bit different. This doesn't really scream Spinner to me. This might be a Moonfish's thing, but we'll just have to see. This is the 3 damage matters archetype hype right here. If you have more health than your rival, this card gets -1 difficulty. This is cool. This like might be muscular because muscular is like the big thick boy, but that's really kind of all I have to go off of there. Second enhance. Remove. This attack gets +2 damage. If it has taunt, draw 1 card and it gains stun 1. This is obviously just the most thematic of thematic twice support I have ever seen in my life. Second enhance, and then it gives +2 damage. This is amazing. I really can't wait to see what twice does. If it has taunt, maybe he can give keywords Monoma style. If we're gonna be like using other characters' abilities, that would make a lot of sense. The conspiracy theory is really starting to come together, guys. I want to use, your ability, but you want to interact with X attacks. Well, now I can make them whatever I want, or I can just make them taunt to draw a card and stun 1. Very interesting. I mean, I'm so excited to see what twice does, man. This is like probably one of the coolest character predictions in the game yet. Response flip. After your attack deals more than its printed damage, gain 3 health. Interesting. Also kind of sounds like muscular, right? If you have more health than your rival, these are probably the same kits, so this could be muscular right here. Also more than printed damage. Let's be real, muscular has got a damage pump. If muscular doesn't damage pump, oh my god, it's going to start a huge drama, right? Enhance. Build 1 card with a check value of 6 from your card pool. We're building characters, boys. This is more twice kit. This is potentially trying to build in our buddies. Yeah, this is obvious twice. This is also going to be really, really cool. This is going to support stuff like Mount Lady and Ectoplasm very well. If it's on their symbols, which if it's a twice card, does have their symbols. So that is really, 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 really cool. Twice's kit is going to be insane and crazy cool, and is also going to be some of the most out there niche support for other characters ever. And then last column is some keyword combinations in the League of Villains. First is EX2 Tech and Weapon. This is interesting. I mean, sounds like Spinner to me, right? Spinner, it feels like the only guy that didn't really get things teased in here, because there's no stuff talking about weapons, man. There's nothing talking about weapons. Unless Spinner is the 3 damage matters archetype, but man, there's nothing talking about weapons, bro. This is probably our Spinner attack right here. Next is ranged combo action. That is very interesting. We're getting another action character in this set. Holy cow, who could it be? Could it be Spinner? Is it maybe Moonfish? Does 3 damage matters interact with actions, or is he only the action character and not the 3 damage matters character? Either way, combo action has me very, very excited. Love me some actions. Next is ally flash weapon. Ally flash weapon? I mean, it's an ally, so this feels like twice stuff. He does have a weapon, right? He's got like his measuring tape thing. This could be twice. It has flash though, so I don't know. Maybe it's like a Dobby thing, right? Maybe it's like his like, big. I don't know. Don't quote me here, man. This is all just spitballing right here. Next is throw combo. That's very interesting. We don't really see like any crazy combos on throws pretty often. Whatever's happening here is going to be a lot going on this card. And then lastly is kick weapon. Now this is also very interesting because like you're a kick and a weapon. This could be Spinner, but like I don't see where the kick part comes in. I don't know. I wonder if this is maybe like my crumb of stain support in the set, right? Because he's got like those really like spiky shoes that could be considered weapons, and his characters need weapons. I don't know. This is some real copium right now, honestly. Either way though, kick weapon, hype, bro, hype. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek on what's to come with League of Villains, all italicized and all that. Any idea what cards these could be? A lot of them. We just did it. Be sure to comment your thoughts across our official social media channels. Oh yeah, definitely doing that. And get ready for a fun preview season. Now that, I could not be more than ready for a fun preview season. Signed, Timothy Fried. Oh, I'm kind of cutting them off a little bit. Hang on, Tim. I got you. There we go. Sign it, Timothy Free. Well, thank you, Timothy Free. Overall, guys, a very, very thrilling article. I feel like there's so much to be like, oh my god, this is clearly that, and that's very exciting. And there's some things that are just like completely blowing my mind, and I have no idea what it could possibly be, what the heck is going on here type of stuff, and that's really exciting. I think they really pulled together what makes like a hype article here. I'm so glad they did this, and I am ready, man. Bring on this freaking preview season. I'm super ready for that January 4th date, baby. And if you want to do even even more set 4 speculation with me, I did do a video last week on what characters I think are going to be across the set, and very much a lot of the things that I was speculating on in this video are based on what I think is going to be in that set from that video. So you should also go check that out. I'm going to have the link in the description and in the pinned comments of me predicting every single character that's going to be inside of set 4, or at least trying to. Overall though, thanks so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. And if you want more videos like this one, the other one that I recommended, and of course all of my gameplay videos, deck profiles, tier lists, and everything under the sun, the subscribe button is going to let me put all of that content into your newsfeed. I've got a lot of really hyped things planned for the new year, and I hope that if you found what you saw today to your liking, you can join me on that journey. Above all else though, just thanks for watching this video in itself, making it all the way to the end, leaving some feedback, and being an amazing community member of this card game, and I hope I can see you guys in the next one too.